Welcome to the third episode of Why It's Awesome, the spoiler-free show where I attempt to take something often easily dismissed and explain why you should maybe give it a shot. The intention with this series is to help new fans find something they'll enjoy that initially they might have passed over, or so that people who are already fans can pass this video on to their friends to persuade them to give the subject in question a go. This week I'll be looking at the request of Gabriel Silva, who suggested I cover BoJack Horseman, a show I'm already very much in love with. So without further ado, let's start, as always, by going through the common reasons for dismissal people often give for passing up on the show. Anthropomorphic animals just don't sit with me. I hate the art style. It's too cynical for me. I don't like the humour. Now, BoJack Horseman is a complex text, one that at first glance appears to be Netflix's answer to shows like Family Guy with its adult humour and talking animals, or 90s comedies like Beavis and Butthead with its strange early MTV style of drawing. This puts a lot of people off, especially since a large audience don't like that kind of show, and some of the first season episodes don't do themselves any favours by containing some pretty lowbrow moments featuring jokes that include stuff like vomiting and bland sexual references. But fortunately, this is an element of BoJack that slowly dissolves away. Sticking with BoJack Horseman, it quickly becomes vastly apparent that this isn't a show about anthropomorphic animals doing silly people things and occasionally spouting something quotable. It's a delicate look at the emptiness of celebrity culture. The show follows its titular character BoJack, a minor celebrity from his role in 90s sitcom Horsing Around, on the face of obscurity as he tries and fails to seep back into relevancy. BoJack is more than just a vehicle for horse puns and the kind of pessimistic humour that comes from poking fun of celebs. He's a brilliantly tragic character, an alcoholic, a manic depressive, someone who's lonely, who grew up not knowing love and struggles to connect emotionally to people as a result. A lot of people point to how cynical the show is as a factor that puts them off. And to be fair, when BoJack says things like this,
most people don't even get to do the Brady Bunch version of the thing they want to do with their lives. You're actually in a really good position now, because you can pretty much do anything you want. You're responsible for your own happiness, you know?
Good lord, that's depressing.
it's easy to see why that could be an issue. But the show isn't as miserable about things as it first makes itself out to be. That's just a facet of some of their characters. The actual story at work here is more about the pursuit of happiness and the complexity of the feelings that come with what's essentially a midlife crisis. Yeah, at first we're shown nothing but the sleaziest elements of Hollywood culture, from the boozy one-night stands to the coked-up child actresses, and all of this is presented to us in a package we're supposed to make fun of through the eyes of a selfish, sarcastic protagonist we can't identify with. But the show rewards having a little patience. As we break past the layers of narcissism and ego, BoJack quickly becomes a relatable character, despite some of his horribly selfish actions. His cynicism quickly melts away, revealing a more identifiable being behind the immediately unlikable exterior, and as his relationships with other people grow, you find yourself slowly rooting for him. Season 1 has its ups and downs, but it's still a pretty strong show trying to do something a little more ambitious than make you laugh, one that's more Daria than American Dad. But by season 2, the narrative really comes into its own, and you become aware that the first season was just the writers finding their footing before finally understanding what they wanted the show to be, and that's less an Anchorman-style quote-a-thon and more a humorous character drama. It's more clever than hilarious, and although the show advertises itself as some laugh-a-minute comedy, and it can be very, very funny, its finest moments lie in its introspective sections and emotional hits. Even if you didn't like the humour of the show, and in my honest opinion, it gets better over time, you could probably still watch this as a gripping portrayal of self-destruction, because ultimately, that's what it's about, which, while sounding like a pretty miserable watch, actually makes for a successful vehicle in delivering some incredibly uplifting and well-written revelations and character developments, as those around BoJack interact with his downward spiral, and we see the effects it has on them and the strain it has on their relationships. All of the show's characters are well developed and well acted, with both lovable and loathable qualities. Someone you hate in season 1 might turn out to be a favourite in season 2, and equally, the opposite is just as likely to happen. Because BoJack Horseman is as dynamic and complex as the industry it parodies, and even if you don't like the art style and the use of animals, really, they're just useful methods of telling a far more reflective and thoughtful story. one with a good sense of humour, a star-studded cast, and some excellent character analysis that you'd be doing yourself a disservice if you didn't invest the time into. So that's it for now. What do you think? Did you enjoy this video? Let me know with a like. Or maybe, if you'd like to see more, you could click the subscribe button. Is there something you love that other people just don't seem to get that you might want me to look into and see if I can't make a video about? Do you love BoJack Horseman? Do you dislike it? Why? What puts you off the show? Leave a comment below to start a discussion, and thanks again for watching.